Hello everybody, I'm so excited. This is my little plant area and I wanted to do a video because I got new plants and it's exciting. It's not a very big box, but I'm excited to open them because they're carnivorous plants, Sarracenias. I take it back. I did try to grow a carnivorous plant and I don't even really remember what variety it was. I think it was some kind of pitcher plant. I'm not sure. I know that it said easy for beginners and I killed it. And since then, I've done a lot of research to try not to kill these three because they're so beautiful and I hope that I can keep them alive. So hopefully I've identified the problem and fixed it for next time. I think that the problem was primarily that I was using tap water and our water here has too many minerals. I don't know. I've read a lot that says that you should not use tap water. You should use rainwater or distilled water or reverse osmosis water for the carnivorous plants particularly, and that they need a lot of light. So I'm going to try this time to keep them in their environment. Also, I think it looks like they like bogs. They're native to North Carolina, which I didn't know. And these ones that I picked out are they're also known as like the pitcher. They're the big long pitcher tubes. First of all, carnivorous plants are just cool, right? I mean, killing bugs is always exciting. I've heard that outdoors they can catch plenty of food to feed themselves, that you don't have to worry about giving them anything supplemental. And I'm gonna try to grow them outside, so we'll see. But the main thing is that they're really pretty. I'm really excited. This is where they came from. Plant Everything Carnivorous and Indian Trail, really close to where I'm from in Concord. So that's awesome. Okay. Here they are. They're little babies. They're little babies. I feel like I'm gonna have to show you the picture of the adult plants, or we're just gonna have to have this video and then wait a couple months until we get another video to show you how big and beautiful the adult versions look. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe I was expecting like a portion of the plant that looked like the full size, but it looks like it's the root system to be able to plant these three different varieties. And I know I can't remember the names of all of them, but they have specific different crosses that have different coloration patterns that are really magnificent. So I'm going to plant these in the bog situation that I bought for the setup. They have to stay moist all the time. So I got them these, here, I'll grab it out of the corner. I got them these little, I wasn't sure how big they would be. I thought they would be kind of small. So I think these two sizes will work well. But it looks like glass, but it's acrylic and it has kind of a deeper saucer. So I'm hoping that I won't have to refill it as much and that it can stay moist. And then I read that a mixture of perlite and the peat moss, sphagnum moss, was the way to go. So we have that on standby. I'm gonna pot them up and then we'll just shower them with love and hope that they grow into the big beautiful beasts that I know they can. Anyways, that's it. Here's a close-up. Let me open these carefully. Oh, I see. I was like, I don't really understand what's going on in these little bags, but I just got done saying they like to be moist, so that makes sense. They're in like I think a paper towel that's like soaked so that they don't dry out in transit. Smart. I'm sure these people know what they're doing. And the roots look great. Oh, look at it. I'm just trying to be careful, I know, because I tend to shoot from the hip and then I might accidentally slice something important off. And yes, I'm using a dinner knife.
I'm sure I have other tools, but you know, just do what I want.
Okay. Yeah. There he is. I mean, he feels really healthy. You can feel how firm he is. And it is super moist. This one's the Sarracenia, that's Leah Wilkerson by Flava Carmelita. Yeah, fun crosses. I think it's going to be gorgeous. The biggest one is this one. And it looks like everything is in great shape. I think my expectations management was my own fault for expecting them to be gigantic. But that just means we'll have to do a follow-up. This is the biggest one. Yeah, so they're gonna be this pitcher, and then the carnivorous plant fills up the bottom of the pitcher with like rainwater and its own like enzyme that is poisonous to bugs. I guess to people too. I've heard that if you put your finger in there, you could damage the plant, but it's not gonna hurt your finger. And then there's little hairs too, so little fly that's stupid could go in there and get stuck halfway down and be like, uh-oh, this was not a good choice, and then they're not going to be able to crawl back out because of the way it's designed, which is pretty neat. So this one is, they're all Sarracenias, they're just different varieties. This one's the Mohawk. Oh, I remember. It's so crazy because the baby plant, it's just the baby. The baby doesn't look anything like the adult. The Mohawk, I remember now the picture because I'll have to crop it in, but the Mohawk one looked like this big red flame that was really vibrant, and it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. It's just gonna take some patience, but I think all plant parents have patience. And okay, hello. So I fiddled with the Sarracenias and getting them potted. You know, late at night, like after I got off of work, and lessons were learned. I accidentally snapped the stalk on this guy. Look at that. Oh my God. It's so sad. I'm sure it'll be fine. There's plenty of other pieces on that particular plant. But for the rest of them, I did follow the recommended mixture of the half peat moss, half perlite. I just kind of winged it and threw it all together. The funny part though was that they're supposed to live in bogs and be like really moist, right? But I didn't read anything about how to moisturize the soil ahead of time. So I just kind of top watered it, but it took so long for the peat moss to absorb the water, and I made a mess because I was, you know, trying to poke holes in it and swirl it and get it to absorb faster. So yeah, maybe next time soak your peat moss ahead of time. That's probably recommended, but at any rate, they're doing good. The only problem I have now is that I definitely want to stick to the distilled water thing just to make sure that doesn't kill them like it did last time. And I'm out, so I need to go to Walmart and get some more distilled water, because ideally I want to keep my little trays completely topped up with water so they stay in that bog-like environment. But we're gonna do that today, and then I look forward to doing an update on them growing big and strong and looking beautiful. See you later. Bye.